All right, we're going to. So there are three main parts to what we're doing today. What we're doing today, something you already know how to do, jumping. More than that. We are going to work on jumping, something you already do, but we're going to work on it without run and go. And here are the three words: swing, spring, squish. Swing, spring, squish. Say it with me. Swing, spring, squish. Let's talk about that. All right. So remember, what we're going to do today is without running. We're not going to get a run and go to start today. Okay. So those three parts, the swing is what we do with our arms. So when we get ready to jump, we swing our arms back. What is our spring? Our legs, right? Y'all know how to squish a spring, right? So the three words are swing, squish the springs, and get ready off 2 feet without a run and go. All right? Got it? Swing, spring, squish. So swing, squish the spring, and then we do everything just the opposite when we jump. Okay? So we're going to swing, squish the spring, then we're going to swing our arms and spring up. And here's the most important part, okay? Everybody got their listening ears on? When you land, you want to squish back down just like you did when you started. That way, you don't put too much pressure on your joints. What are your joints? Well, like an elbow joint, but mainly your knee and your hip joints, okay? So the squish is the most important part. There's actually something we're going to do to practice that, all right? So I'm going to show you again. I'm going to get you down here a little bit lower so you can see. So I swing, squish the spring, and I'm ready, right? Then when I jump, I swing, and I squish back down. You see the squish at the end? Now here I'm going to show you something that I want you to practice today when you get off here that really works on the squish. You may remember this. I'm going to stand here on the bleachers. I'm going to stand up here, and I'm going to hop down to the floor. And I want you to watch what I do when I land, okay? I'm going to land and squish down. Now, I'm a whole lot bigger than you, ain't I? I weigh a whole lot more than you, don't I? I want you all to listen, okay? See how high this is? It's almost up to my knee, right? So I'm going to jump off of that, and I'm going to put the computer right down next to the floor where I land, and I want you to listen to me land, okay? Ready? One, two, three. Did you hear me hit the floor? Didn't make much noise, did it? No. That's the important part, okay? So you swing your arms back when you get ready. You squish down the spring, which is your legs. And then you do it just the opposite. You swing your arms forward, unload that spring, and then squish back down. Here's the secret today. I want you to see how quiet you can land every time you jump. And we're going to jump 2 different ways. We're going to jump how high we can jump, and then we're going to see how far we can jump. Okay? Got it? Give me a thumbs up if you got that. How high and how far. So here's some things we're going to do. All right? I'm going to show you some things I want you to do at home. First of all, I want to know if you can jump over yourself. What? Can you jump over yourself? Well, how do I know? Well, I'm going to pick something that I can mark. And I happen to have these lines on the floor, right? So I'm going to put my foot right on that line. Then I'm going to lay you down. And I'm going to put this bag of wipes right here by my head. So that's how tall I am right there, right? So then I'm just going to stand on that blue line, and I'm going to jump out. Y'all want to see me try it? All right. Here we go. So I'm going to put my toes in this line, and I'm going to try to jump out to that bag of wipes. All right, ready? So swing, spring. I made it. I jumped over myself. Now, I might have actually hit my head, so I'm not really warmed up. So if I'm not really warmed up, I might have landed on my head. So don't land on your head. But that's one thing I want you to do, is see if you can jump over yourself. Now, another thing is, remember when I jumped off the bleacher? So I want you to find something. It doesn't matter really what it is. It can be a step, something safe. I don't want you to jump from too high. Got it? Don't jump from too high. And have somebody listen and see how quiet you can land. Usually we have a competition here to see who can land the quietest in class. Now, the other thing is I want you to jump, see how high you can jump. So if you have a doorway in your house, I have these things, right? I have the baskets. Now this one's way down, so I can touch it already. But you can hang a string down from your doorway and jump up and see if you can touch it. Got it? So I want you to see how high, how far, and how soft. Everybody got that? I'm going to type that into my classroom page in case you forget it. So you'll have the instruction to what you're supposed to do. So if you need to, go back to my classroom page and look, and those will be there. And make sure you're thinking about these things. All right? Swing, spring, squish. So what I want you to do right now is get off this computer and go practice. And have fun doing it, all right? I'll see you next time.